Welcome back, everybody. And for all you new subs, thank you. My name is Rick, and these are the Dreadful Minutes. So, if you haven't already guessed from the thumbnail, this will be an unboxing video. So, one is going to be a blind unboxing from a grab bag, and the other one will be from NESI Media, which are based out of China. So, just a few shoutouts and announcements before I begin. And so, one, thank you everybody who participated in my Halloween challenge and those who made a video and responded. I got some really interesting responses, and a lot of it was not exactly what I had in mind directly, but it was a subjective kind of topic. So, is whatever your interpretation was for what you consider Halloween for you. So what I will do is I will gather everybody that I'm aware of who've made a video. I'll make a playlist, so you'll see it on the playlist tab on my channel. So that way you don't have to scroll around looking for, if you're interested in seeing everybody's responses. So it'll just be one convenient playlist. So you can definitely check it out there. Also, my buddy Jake, who didn't tell me ahead of time. So he had a channel called Hymns of My Wake. So he changed his channel name. And so I figured at least let everybody know. Also, if you guys or anybody who's into the Windir LPs are still looking for them and want to know what they're like, we did do a collab video. So you can also check that out on his channel. So we show comprehensively what you would expect to get, more or less. So the name of his channel is The Upside Down Church. So I brought my good friend here, if you guys need a visual. Heathen Deity. Some nice UK black metal, religious purification through fire. So you take this, and then you turn it upside down. That's his channel name. Excuse the pyrotechnics. So HPGD, which again stands for Horror, Pain, Gore, Death, are based out of Philadelphia, which is my home city, which was a bonus. They had a Halloween grab bag sale. So it was 31 CDs for $31. Couldn't say no to that. I know they carry quite a bit of stuff at my local record store too, but I could not resist that deal. I picked up a few things here and there over time that they had. So I don't know what's going to be in that grab bag, so we're going to see it together and see what's in there. There might be some duplicates, but a lot of it may be new to me. I know they put out, I want to say at least 200, over 200, probably getting close to 300 releases. So I know I don't have that many things from them. They put out mostly CDs. So it's going to be CD only. If you go to a bandcamp, obviously, they have the digital versions of their stuff. And you might find some of their releases in the record stores. It's plentiful here in Philly, but I'm not sure about elsewhere. They've been around since, God, I want to say 2008. So I have this. This is probably the earliest thing I have from HPGD. This is MINAX. It's an EP called Vengeance Rising. Came out in 2009. Carol McCutcheon, she has phenomenal vocals for this. This is a thrash band out of Alberta, Canada. And yeah, really, really cool stuff. Really vicious. The cover is a little questionable. It's got some kind of chains wrapping the earth. There's like a spider, the earth floating in the cellar somewhere. I don't know what kind of substances they were on when the artist was making this, but I don't know. Definitely check it out. I'll see if I can find a link for it for you guys if you're curious. Really, really, really cool. This is catalog number 16. So yeah, you can tell it's really early. Also, another thing that they put out was really cool is, so as you guys know, I'm a fan of Ruin, and they put out these cool compilations. So if you're trying to get into Ruin, but don't want to ruin your pocketbook, trying to get all their stuff, this compilation is excellent way to go. So this is Plague Transmissions, Volume 1. And we got Plague Transmissions, Volume 2. So definitely highly recommend it. If you're going to start with them, I would say start with these 2 volumes, if you can find them. I know that Blood Harvest handled the European distribution of this. So if you see both logos on there, that's why. So on the US side is HPGD. So thought that be worth a mention. I know that Eli from Dark Hymns from the Cold North, he just put up a video, just talking about Ruin, which is probably his favorite band, or at least his favorite death metal band. So I'll leave a link to that, but definitely check it out. Again, if you want to know more about them. But one of the best in the underground, and I'm really glad that they're associated with HPGD. So let's get to the grab bag. Okay, so I got this box from Horror, Pain, Gore, Death. I had to cross out my address because I have enough phallic-shaped toys at my house. I don't need any more set my direction. So there should be 31 items in here. And I'm going to just go ahead, open this up, and pull them out one by one. I have the HPGD Bandcamp page opened up over here. So I don't know what's going to be in here. I may not be familiar with some of this stuff, but if curiosity gets the best of me, and I decided maybe I should offer you guys a bit of a service and just do a quick run through, if it comes down to that. So let's just get to it. I don't really do this that often, so I figured this would be a treat for you guys. I know HPGD, and going through their stuff, they do have quite a range of things. It's not just death metal. They have some punk, they have grindcore, even death rock, sleaze, like all kinds of stuff. Not any specifics I can think off the top of my head, but I do know they do carry quite a range of material. The person on this label, Mike Giuliano, which I would think is probably the guy behind the brains of this operation. So here are the CDs. Pretty cool. So it should be 31 in there. So let me just go ahead and start pulling stuff out. And so what I'm going to do is, let's see, look at it, and first I'm going to guess what I think it is if I don't recognize it, and just take a quick peek. So I'm going to go from, let's see, right to left. It looks like I have some cardboard sleeves in here too, and it's mostly jewel cases. So like I said before, they deal mainly with CDs. So number one, we have, oh boy, okay, so I don't know this one. Terror Horror Vacui. If you look at the back, very lo-fi. In darkness, you will feel all right. I can't say outright it's death metal. It almost has a bit of a gothic feel to it. In a way, it almost reminds me of Christian death. So, okay, yeah, that one got, curiosity got the best of me. So really quick, let me just do a quick type. So I think it's horror. It's 2 upside down crosses in the beginning of the song. I don't know. Yep, came right up. Horror Vacui, VACUI. Let me check out the tags. Absolute goth death rock, performed by 5 vampire punks. Yep. I guess it was in the right range. Number 2. Can't read that logo. It's got a spaceship on it though. And this is called The Ancient Disease. So it's got 6 tracks. Could be an EP. This came out in 2012, and it says enhanced CD. So yeah, you know this is Came out quite a while ago. Think about these spaceships. I think it's death metal. If it's anything like Chasms of Aeon, you know, that four-way split with Cryptic Shift, Replicant, Inoculation, Astral Tomb. You know, it's like that kind of sound, that kind of direction, and maybe a little more space, a little more progressive, maybe. I don't know, but it kind of has that has that vibe. So that is Mountain Grave, the Ancient Disease. Next, Imperial Savagery, Lashing the Feral Swine. Does not look like it's outright death metal. I could be wrong. It just doesn't have the typical tropes to it. It could be blackened. Odious death metal sadism. It says right there in the back. Okay, Imperial Savagery. Let's find out. This came out in 2020, so last year. And that is Make the Long-Awaited Horror Gore Death debut. They're from Chicago. They're out since 2013. Contains a tradition of hateful early 90s style death metal with cleaner production, dissonant riffs, menacing vocals. Current ex-members of Corpse Vomit, Lividity, Gigan, Commandment, Envy the Dead. I know Commandment. I know Gigan. Gigan's kind of proggy. I don't get that vibe from this. Okay. Let's knock Misty on me here too. Let's got some members from that. So, all right. Next, Galerna, the Abyss. I think that's a G. Looks like an H. I don't know. I think that's a G. It's got some kind of clouds, storm, or something going on there. So this says 2012. So it came out almost a decade ago. I don't know if it's death metal. It could be. Could be post metal. Maybe sludge. Does not look like your typical death metal. I think it's go learn. I'm gonna see if it comes up. That came right up. Okay. The thing about HPGD is if you go on their Bandcamp page, go to the main label page. Everything is there. Instead of going band by band, it's probably easier to just find everything anyway, going that route. So this is plays crusty old school death punk that is death metal punk that is filthy mix of Entombed Wolverine blues, Motorhead, Skid System, Wolf Brigade. Okay. Yeah, so this is probably more slowed down kind of death metal. Maybe something a little more heavy. Okay, that's what I would expect. Oh, this looks cool. That's Mark Riddick artwork. that's the signature look. Severed Limbs, Cropsy Maniac, Burial Ground. Oh, Grave Wax. Yeah, I know Grave Wax. 4 Paths to Horror. So this is, yep, it's a 4-way split. And the only one here I'm familiar with is Grave Wax. That is one of Mark Riddick's bands. Him and his brother, I think. Also looks cool with Cam Lee. It's also involved in this. So very happy to have this. Very cool. Made the box worth it. And Mark Riddick artwork to boot. Okay. So I gotta check out those 3 other bands. So probably after this video. So this one is Fiends at Feast, Shadows of Extinction, 2012. And I don't know if you can make out. Maybe it's death metal, maybe black metal. My guess is going to be something blackened. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks. It's probably an EP. It could be Doomy. Maybe Doomy Death. Fiends at Feast. Okay, came right up. And these guys, I love how they do a nice description on their Bandcamp page. I know you guys could just look for them yourselves, but I figured I might do the favor. So this is dissonant heaviness of death metal with venomous melodic black metal. Okay. Prominent bass presence incorporates elements of jazz and classical, which counterpoint the grinding guitars and thunderous drums. Acoustic instrumentation also implemented, adding to the cold and sinister atmosphere that is textured of this recording. Okay. Sounds cool. Definitely worth checking out. Descendancy. Generate the genocide. I think that's a skull in the middle there with stuff blasting out of it. And this says 2019, so it's not that old. My guess, this is some kind of death metal, possibly technical death metal. Looks like technical death metal to me, based on what I see there. So, okay, I'm gonna just keep going. Devoured Fate, Reality's Nightmare Illusions. That is some homebrew artwork there. It's like watercolors or something. Could be death metal. 2016. You can probably tell from the track names too. Purely Fucking Demented. What Have I Done? Spiritual Embodiment Death. Filthy Ragdoll. Unleashed Rapture. Viral Plague. Mindfog. Hollow Cadaver. Tribulations Are... Yeah, this is death metal. Okay, keep it going. And entrenched. Preemptive Strike. Now, looking at something like this, you might think it might be something kind of blackened, maybe a little crusty. But I would say this is outright death metal. You know why? I have a CD over here that reminds me of this. Let me pull it up. You guys know Hail of Bullets? This is Of Frost and War. So this is one of Martin Van Druden's bands. I don't think they're together anymore. I think they broke up. Dave Ingram took over vocals for a while, but I don't think they released anything through him. But it has that sort of really old-timey, wartime kind of imagery going on. So if it's anything like this, like Hell of Bullets, this should be pretty good. But I think I'm just speculating at the moment. But it's just the aesthetics are kind of too on the nose. Okay, so that's Entrenched, Preemptive Strike. Oh, this looks fucking amazing. Fist Hammer, Devour All You See. I think I've seen this at the record store. I've never been curious enough to actually purchase it. Really cool painting. And 11 tracks. This is definitely a full length. And this is 2012. All right. Yeah, it was never put up on the list that's new, so maybe that's why I walked by it quite a few times. I'm kind of curious about that one. So that is Fist Hammer. Let's see. Hailing from the outskirts of Philadelphia. Okay, so they're based out of Philly. How did I not know about these guys? Okay. They play extreme yet melodic technical death metal that destroys, devours its intense debut album from these devastating warriors of metal, full of brutality, passion, and conviction. Okay. Ripping solos and fierce. Killer for fans of Monomarth, Behemoth, Decapitated, Dimmu Borgir, Dying Fetus, Gojira. Alright, they're all over the map. Just check it out. Alright, next. We have Dominium. Okay, Dominium War Ritual. Is this war metal? Dominium War Ritual. Could be black metal. I'm guessing something probably black metal, maybe very pummeling. Maybe on the verge of maybe something. Maybe not quite Archgoat, but maybe something heading in that direction. Could be wrong. 2014, so this came out quite a while ago. We also have Grime, Greed, Gore. Yeah, this. Oh, yep. Okay, I see 3 names. This is a 3-way split. Grime, Greed, Gore. Look at that. It's kind of got that bit of that crusty, punky kind of look to it. Maybe hardcore punk. So this has Dirty Mike and the Boys, Violation Wound, First Class Elite. A lot of tracks, very short. So I'm going to say this is punk, hardcore punk. I know because I'm actually familiar with both of the projects here. First Class Elite, I'm not familiar with. Dirty Mike and the Boys is, I know because Mike Nelson's in this band. This is, sometimes these death metal bands need a bit of a side thing or something outside of what they normally do. And some of these punk projects kind of fits the bill. So Dirty Mike and the Boys, Mike Nelson, who's in Ruin, Vrenth. So definitely check it out if you're curious. And Violation Wound, I actually have one of their other releases. And that is Chris Whiteford of Autopsy. So this is, yeah, another one of his side projects. Violation Wound. First Class Elite, I'm curious. I'm definitely going to check this out. Really good stuff. Kind of shows you a bit of the range HPGD has on their roster. We have the Communion and Helm Splitter. With that lo-fi artwork there. So this is looks like a 2-way split. So I'm gonna guess this is some kind of blackened, death thrash, blackened death metal, or maybe just outright black metal. I can't quite tell, but I'm gonna check it out later. But if this kind of thing appeals to you, if you're curious, definitely check it out. Carrion Val, Vael, God Killer. You probably won't tell by reading that logo. So it's like some kind of dragon demon thing with missiles flying. I don't know why it has a halo. It's a God Killer apparently. Maybe killed God and stole the halo. That would be my guess. So 8 tracks. Looks like a full length. Inception, Strokes of a Goya, Black Chariot, Something Soulless, Wareth Blooms, Moonchild Ritual. Okay, La Fin du Monde, Psalms of Lies. So 2020, this is not an old release, so it came out last year. So I don't know why I'm not familiar with it, but looks kind of cool. Looks like it's could be technical death metal, maybe melodic death metal, maybe something blackened with all the demon stuff going on. Gives me a bit of a Dayside kind of vibe. Okay. This is a fun one. Boneyard, Fear of a Zombie Planet. Zombie slashing, cannibalized, horror-loving, gore-drenched, grind, death, and roll. Oh yeah, I'm really curious about this one. So this is 11 tracks. I'm just going to outright say this is some really juicy death metal. I get Fulci Mausoleum vibes just looking at this. So I'm gonna just assume it's something along that line. Mausoleum out of Pennsylvania, another good band. So get to the bottom of the box here. Sons of Famine. I've seen this at the record store too, and actually now I'm glad I didn't pick it up. As Razors Gnaw Like Wolves. This came out in 2019, so it's not that old. And yeah, so maybe I'll put this one first. It's really hard to see here. Everything you see here is still in the shrink, sorry. But it's full length. Looks really amazing. Again, Sons of Famine. Check it out. If you guys know if it's any good, please leave a comment. Shadowspawn, Ashes of Sorrow. That's some pretty interesting artwork. I don't know what that thing is. In the forest. Could be death metal. 6 tracks, 2015. Shadowspawn.dk. So, Denmark. I think it could be Dutch. Danish, I don't know. Maybe somewhere from the Netherlands. I don't know. Shadowspawn. Let's see. I don't know if the cover intrigues you at all. If that's something that you'd be interested in. Makes their Pain Gore Death production debut with Intense Mini. It's a mini album. Yeah, 6 tracks. Okay. Hailing from Denmark. Shadowspawn deliver at least a combination of old school death thrash metal with blends of intensity, catchy riffs, pounding drums, melodic atmospheres. Founded in 2012 by ex-members of Cinerator and God's Secret Army. So if you know any of those bands that appeals to you, check it out. Okay, next. Oh, I have this one. So I'll probably be putting it in a VCLT pile. This is good. This is Shadows in the Crypt, Cryptic Communications. And when you look at this, sort of that hooded person, it's really obscured there. Let's look at a hooded person right there and some kind of cellar dungeon thing there. So there's got that old English font, all that stuff going on. You got all the tropes of black metal. So this is definitely full out black metal. You would not tell this is something that came from the US. It's done really well. They only done about 2 full lengths. I think this is the last thing they put out, and they pretty much called it quits. But really enjoyed what I listened to here. Definitely recommend it. So that is Shadows in the Crypt, Cryptic Communication. Pretty good stuff. They're not reinventing the wheel or anything. It's not anything you haven't really heard, but it's just, again, you come across this your way, find it pretty cheap. Definitely worth picking up. But definitely support this project, even though they're not around anymore. But I've enjoyed it for what it was. Ooh, okay. We have, I know one of them. This is a 2-way split with, can't even read that. That is Graveworm and Arduous Task. Don't know them. Okay, gotta check them out. I know Graveworm. Guys have been around quite a while. They have a slew of releases. I have some of their stuff. I don't have the split though. Splits, so this is called Spawn of the Sacrilege. And this is dated 2014. So I was not picking up Graveworm material in 2014. So that was more, probably another 2 years later or something. These guys would come more on my radar. I would start picking up some of their stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is Graveworm is more that blackened kind of death metal. You know, it's just, you know, it's more yummy stuff. So definitely recommend it. Splits, it's not something I go for right away. I usually go for the full lengths when I'm getting into a band, and then I go back and get the splits and the EPs and all that stuff. And that's something really, really, really enticing that I'm looking for specifically. Okay. I don't know if you can tell what this is. The Beyond. Oh, man. This is like one of those one-word, long-word things. Frostbite. Okay, Frostbite Panzerfuck. That must be the Panzer. Look at the back here. So that is, that reminds me of the Headless Cross. Though I highly doubt this sounds anything like Sabbath. So this, yeah, 2013. It's been around a while. God, man, it's got some black metal aesthetic to it, but then you look at the shit going on in the back. It screams death metal. I can't quite make this out. Roto Cunt, Goat Sodomizer. Okay, Cunt Sucking Cannibal. Frostbite Panzerfuck. Okay, Attack of the Zombie Brigade. Necro Overlord. Exterminate Humanity. Okay, I guess this is... I'm going to say this is blackened death metal. More or less. I'm confused by that one. Okay, let's keep it going. Alright, I think I know what this is. This is Wolves Attack. Piss on Everything. This looks fun. It could be... It looks like thrash. I'm gonna say it's probably maybe Toxic Holocaust kind of stuff. Maybe not even. Let me see. Yeah, so this is the track list in the back. So this is definitely full length. The Pizza Incident. That's the first track. That right there tells you you put pizza on anything, I'm gonna throw you in the pizza thrash, maybe even crossover. They might even be DRI kind of stuff. So let's see. Wolves Attack. There it is. Forming in 2014, hailing from the streets. Okay, they're from Philly. They must not play in Philly a lot or something. Vicious 5-piece who build or not be around anymore. Build their music around beer, sex, horror, and partying. Streamers, urine, blood, alcohol, and silly string are often seen flying around the venue when they perform live. Told you they were fun. Metal punk madness that best enjoyed with a 40 answer. Prepare yourselves for a hostile destruction with these wolves attack your eardrums. For fans of Bad Luck, 13, Riot Extravaganza, DRI. Well, there we go. Eat the Turnbuckle. Eat the Turnbuckle was something that we did in the giveaway. GG Allen. There you go. Okay. Okay. I don't do this anymore. So let's continue on. Look at that. This is a Trader. Just called Trader. It's self-titled. Looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 tracks. Looks like it's just an EP. It's even got like a bomb missile thing going on. This looks like something that Dive Bomb would resurrect from something in the 80s. I get total 80 vibes out of this thing. It's gotta be. Looks fun as shit though. Really curious about that one. What else? I'm gonna just try hurry this along. So, okay, on top heavy. I actually seen this before at the record store. It did not entice me enough to pick it up, but I will gladly take it in the grab bag. This so I'm definitely curious. Right away, you can kind of tell what you're gonna get here. This is something that's kind of sleek. Well, yeah, dude's wearing an Operation Mindcrime shirt. Look, he's got the screen swipe thing on. So it kind of gives you an idea. There's a little glam going on here, a little bit of a what do you call it? A little bit of a polished kind of performance, but also kind of keeping it a little gritty at the same time. I'm gonna put them probably in the pile of bands like Necrofilth. Maybe not as punky, a little more hard rocking kind of a direction in that dial. But yeah, if you got cleavage on the cover, that tells you right there. So on top heavy. This is 2011. So I'm guessing they're still around. I think they're still around. I have heard of those guys, but I've not really dove in or anything. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. I ran out of space on my phone, so I had to make room. So we'll just keep moving on. I was just showing this on top heavy. So lo and behold, what is the next item? Another on top album. So top to bottom. I guess they're getting to the bottom of moving these along in the inventory. So yeah, it turns out this is a 3-piece. And yeah, so this one is from 2014, 2011. So as far as I know, these are the 2 albums. So they might have some more releases. So if the sort of sleaze, hard rockin' kind of material is your thing, you know, so they're on the roster on top. Okay, and I think this is the last jewel case. And this is Solanum ITSC. And it doesn't look like it's outright death metal. I think this might be something that's a little more, maybe a little crossover. Yeah, I get a bit of a crossover vibe with this. Maybe a little punk. I mean, they do have some gory elements going on in here. Maybe some crust, PTSD, homicide, suicide, strangled by disease, narcotic collapse, beg for your life. So this is the kind of vibes that I'm getting from this. So if that's your kind of thing. And now it looks like we got a couple of cardboard sleeves. So not everything here is jewel cases. Okay, so this is Eat My Fuck. I'm gonna just outright say this is some punk rock, maybe a little bit of hardcore punk, but it's definitely in that arena. It's a little, doesn't seem like this is a full CD. I think this is might be a mini disc. Not sure. I think it is. So this is HPGD number 11. This is even earlier than that MINAX I showed in the beginning. That's from 2009. This is a really early one. Okay, So it looks like it's a little EP. Eat my fuck. Fuck, did they like to say fuck a lot? Okay. It's you. Ass freak. Tear it down. Yep. Okay. Yep. Eat the turnbuckle. This look familiar? So this is something I sent Lonnie when we did the giveaway. And it looks like it's fate would have it. It came back in my direction. So eat the turnbuckle for all this violence going on in the cover and all that brutality happening here. It's exactly what you would think. This is some hardcore power violence kind of stuff. So if that's your thing, these guys from Philly, they're local to me. But this is some hard, pretty hard hitting extreme stuff. So more of that kind of material. What else we got here? Septory, Sadistic Forest. Okay, I am familiar with that one. So this is a split. Pretty badass artwork. So here is the back. So Septory, I'm not familiar with. I think I would guess that's death metal, but Sadistic Forest is actually Finnish. When I was looking up, what was his name? Marcus. He played in Hood and Menace. He played bass for that band, and I found out he plays in Nerve Slaw. And among the heap of other projects he was in, this came up, Sadistic Forest. So I've been really curious about it. So here we go. Thank you, HPGD. Also in that box, they threw in some. I just noticed as I was going through this, through the pile here, the stickers were in there. So pretty cool. I always appreciate it when these labels throw in their promo materials. You know, stuff that we could stick in our cabinets, bumper stickers, VCLT, whatever. You know, so there's plenty to go around. All right, so this is going kind of long, so I'm gonna just hurry it along. Oh, this is cool. I actually already have this one too. Anatomia and Absconder. Audible Assault. Really cool split. Highly recommended. You all know Anatomia. Really cool death doom out of Japan. And Absconder, this is I believe from Chicago. I forget. But really cool death metal. They don't have a lot of material. So I think they're yet to pull out a full length. But this is a really cool vehicle to sort of expose some of their stuff. They don't quite sound like Anatomia, but for some reason, I didn't feel like they felt wrong in this on this split. So really cool, very recommended. Definitely hop onto this. Also, this another split. So this is Claws and Gravewax. Just talked about them earlier. That's the Mark Riddick Cam Lee project. This is might be really early. 2011. Yeah, more cool death metal. Split, Gravewax, good band. Definitely check them out. So Pestle Information. I think the artwork is Mark Riddick. It doesn't look as it has the same fidelity as his usual artwork. He could have improved quite a lot over the years. But I mean, he's a good artist, but still cool nonetheless. So we'll just focus. Damn you. Okay, and I think this is the last one. Number 31. I didn't actually count all these yet, but I'm gonna guess it's 31. It's quite a few things. So, Hammer Fight. This is number 41 in the catalog. So this is pretty early, 2012, and looks like it's a full length. The moment I saw this, I'm getting like Rob Halford's Fight project, Hammer Fight. I'm guessing it's probably maybe a little more heaviness to this, maybe a little more thrash. I'm gonna guess that's kind of vibes I'm getting from this. Pretty cool nonetheless. Price. Okay, it's got a little price slasher little thing in it. So this is probably not affordable pile if you find it. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. Can't wait. I'm gonna guess it's something that's probably heavy power, maybe thrash metal, something along. Maybe a mix of all that stuff. Hammer Fight. Pretty cool. All right, so that's the HPGD pile, and thank you for sticking it out, and then for that little interruption, sorry. We're going to move on to the NESI stuff. I'm going to just plow through that, and see you all there. But first, a commercial.
NESI is a store. They are based out of Hong Kong. They sell a lot of good things. You'll like their selection. Yeah, they're a little overpriced, but their quality is mind-blowing. If you have questions, just ask. You'll know you wish you had checked out NESI's store. Where else can you find packaged albums like theirs?
Okay, one more unboxing for you. So this is not a blind unboxing. I actually made this order from NESI back in, oh god, was it the summer? Early summer. And it's kind of been relegated to the back. I had all kinds of things happen in my life and was not able to actually get around to it. But I figured this video would be a perfect avenue to do this. So also, ordering from NESI is not cheap, but as the little commercial jingle mentioned, the quality is, you know, it's just cream of the crop kind of stuff. So ordering through NESI is kind of like treating yourself to a really nice steak, or if you're a vegetarian, if you're treating yourself to some really good nice treat, a nice piece of dessert, you know. And so it's something that you might do occasionally when you want something that's quite quite good. It comes with a premium, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I ordered I believe it was 4 LPs. So the only thing I did was I released the tape to cut down to some of that time. Other than that, I did not go through this. So you will go through this along with me, so that if you are considering ordering directly through them, you get to see firsthand how they package this stuff. So let's find out. Okay, again, it's coming straight from China. Here we go. They got the foam. That's a good sign. Foam comes off. That's a good sign. And as you can see, they put the foam on all the edges here, so that'll cut down on the corner creases. Really good job, guys. I don't see any corner creases as it is. You could probably already tell what that first LP is. So let me just go ahead and pull that one out. And if you guys are not already familiar with NESI, all their stuff has those OBI strips along with them, which is, I don't know, I'm seeing that a lot more often with a lot more CDs and everything else that's being released elsewhere. Thing about NESI is I noticed that their stuff is becoming a little more available too, so you don't have to order directly through them if you don't want to pay the extravagant shipping. Miami Metal Merchant is one of those guys where you might find some of their stuff. So this is Agalok. This is their second full length, The Mantle. I don't think I need to go too deep into this if you're already into this kind of music. So this follows up Pill Folklore. And I found that every one of their albums gets sequentially better and better. So Pill Folklore, this, Ashes Against the Grain, which I like just a little more than this. This is still a great album. The band called it quits in 2016. So unfortunately, so looks like it's a self-sealing outer sleeve, as I'm finding out. Okay, so I'm going to pull this off, and we have this. I'm going to go ahead and kind of push this aside. Pretty cool. This is some, looks like it's a matte material. Pretty cool. This is a gatefold. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and kind of move this box out of the way. It's kind of a, there we go. So you can see it better. So anyway, that is the mantle. This is the back. Nice faithful reproduction. The lettering has a little bit of a embossing to it too. It's kind of raised. Nice little attention to detail. This is some very heavy stock. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the color variant. So this is some kind of blue-black splatter. I'm already picking up. So really, really good stuff. Don't know if this is 180 gram. It is pretty heavy. If it's maybe 160. It doesn't feel too heavy, but it just feels heavy enough. So that is the mantle. Next, and we have Asphyx, the rack, band out of the Netherlands, another one of Van Drunen's projects. Classic death metal, came out of the golden years, and I have this on CD, but I couldn't resist getting it on vinyl, especially through something through NESI Media, which I knew would not be disappointing. So Northeast Steel Industry, I guess that's what they stand for. Really cool. There's that OB strip. Same thing, nice matte treatment. Gatefold. There's the strip. Got the lyrics. That's the back. Artwork is nice and sharp. These are not cheap scans, people. They really, and I'm a Photoshop guy, and I can tell they did a fucking bang up job. Let's look at what the color variant looks like here. The sleeve is actually different. Printed in their sleeve. Pretty cool. It even has the logo, but you can barely see it. Maybe if I put it in light, there you go. If you can see it, very nice. This is a little touch to detail, man. So let's go ahead and pull this out. Came in one of these. I'm not the hugest fans of these. They get kind of it just feels kind of weird when you're putting it back in there. But the way I store my vinyl is I put the LPs outside. I don't put them inside the gatefold sleeve. It came packaged like this, but when I start putting these away, it's not going to matter too much. But I usually keep them outside the gatefold, along with the outer sleeve. So really cool. Next up is the follow-up Asphyx album. So this one is Last One on Earth. And this was the follow-up to the rack. This one's 1992, I believe. And this one's a little stubborn to come off here. Got it. I just love the feel of the material of all this. It's just fucking everything. I mean, this is incredibly sharp. I don't know if these were available on vinyl when they first were dropped, but man, this is such a bang up job. So another one I think is worth definitely owning on vinyl. This is I like this one just a little better than the rack, although they're both amazing. This one has the embossed treatment also, if you can tell through the light. I don't know if you can see it here. See if I can get the sheen to kind of pop up, but it does kind of has a little bit of a raise to it. So really cool strip. It does not have a gatefold on this one. So this one is not that it really needs it. It's not something I go crazy over. I don't need the big picture inside. If it's, especially if it's not anything really too crazy worthwhile to show. It's nice when they put it in there, but it's not the end of the world. So this is the inner sleeve. Of course, this is all in I guess Chinese writing in the back lyrics. So Well, that's a no-go for me. I won't be able to read that, but it's fine. Got the CD. I could just read the lyrics off that. And yeah, shit. This has another blue and black splatter there. I think this one's a little more fitting with the artwork. Let's see. Yeah, this is a little more of a purple tinge, but you know, it's not exact, but still pretty damn awesome nonetheless. All right, and I've got one more here. So it was 4 LPs with this order. And as you can see, the packaging goes all the way in. So it may differ depending on how many LPs you order and how they package this stuff. But based on what I see here, holy shit, man. So let me see if I can pull that one out. It's a little deep in there. This is the problem with spontaneous videos. I can't always control the outcome here. So let's go ahead and holy shit. All right. So this one is Insomnium. This is Winter's Gate. And this one here, this is the one that came out before Heart Like a Grave. Amazing band out of Finland. And they, when I think of the Finnish bands that are like, as far as my top favorites, Hood and Menace, Swallow the Sun. Although these guys are a little more, these formed in the early 2000s, late 90s, just like Swallow the Sun. These guys are a little more melodic. Swallow the Sun's a little more on the doomier side. These guys are a little more, I don't know, if you put it more in the, what do you call it? Insomnia? No, well, what is it? Omnium Gatherum. Names always escapes me. Omnium Gatherum and, what's that other band? Again, it's just, name escapes me. Really cool. So this is another gatefold. So let me go ahead and open that up. Really, really cool lyrics. And this is in English. So this is supposed to be one long track. This is a concept album involving a Viking. This one has a slight raised treatment. Nice embossing on the logo there, if you can kind of tell. Really, really cool. Nice matte treatment. And let's go ahead and pull this out. So different kind of sleeve on this one. So this has, looks like it's a lighter, yeah, it's a fainter blue with a black swirl. There you go. And you know, NESI always puts the logo. It's got the NESI Media logo in there too. Really, really cool stuff. So side by side. Really nice product. This is definitely something worth looking into if you decide to pick up any of their releases. They have all kinds of stuff. Cannibal Corpse, Dawn, the Slaughter Sun. It's pre-order right now, so I wouldn't sleep on that. What else? Unanimated. I think they have one coming out too. I mean, there's just a whole slew of things. The other issue too is they don't really do high runs of these. Considering the quality and everything that's happening, they'll do about maybe 200. Some will do runs of 100. And so if this is something that you really are looking for and you want like a more, what you call, a premium version of their release, I can't go wrong with NESI. So highly recommend it. Other than that, I'll leave it there. I've been rambling on long enough. So hope you found some value in all this stuff. And thank you for hanging in there. So keep it dreadful.